Good evening. This is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel as I continue on my part series. The week that was college football history review, the 1971 college football season, week number 6, October 16th, 1971. Is what I'll be talking about the games that were played during that week 6, 1971 on October 16th, 1971. Let's get into it. For week 6, October 16th, 1971, we're going to begin with number 9, Penn State beating Syracuse in a shutout, 31-0. Penn State's domination of the East continued as quarterback John Hufnagel ran unbeaten streak to 10 games. Scoring twice, Hufnagel rushed for 71 yards before departing in third quarter, while halfback Lydell Mitchell added 94 yards to the D-line's ground total up to 45. Penn State defense allowed only 204 yards and posted consecutive shutouts for the first time since its defense of 1948 turned the trick. Lions defense also got into scoring fun on Orange Men punt play as defensive end Bruce Bannon blocked ball and quickly led interference for linebacker Gary Graves' 21-yard touchdown return. Syracuse quarterback Bob Woodruff completed 14 of 27 for 102 yards for much of his offense. Next, Clemson beat Virginia 32-15. Next, Auburn, number 5 team in the country, beat Georgia Tech 31-14. Trailing 7-6 entering the fourth quarter, the Tigers finally took lead on a 9-yard scoring run by tailback Tommy Lowry, who had 103 yards on 12 carries. Lowry added 2-point conversion run for 14-7 edge to jumpstart 25-point fourth quarter out deluge. Now, Auburn quarterback Pat Sullivan did his usual yeoman's work, throwing for 281 yards and 3 touchdowns, including 12-yard scoring pass to wingback Dick Smoltz, 101 yards and 7 catches for 21-7 fourth quarter lead. Sullivan set new SEC standard with 13 straight completions. Yellow Jackets had hung tough thanks to Auburn turnovers. Tigers snuffed their first 4 possessions with frustrating turnovers. Converting fumble recovery on Auburn 6-yard line, Georgia Tech quarterback Tommy Torrentine threw 5-yard touchdown pass to fullback Greg Horn for 7-0 lead. Next, Alabama, number 4 team in the country, beat number 14 Tennessee 32-15. The combination of Alabama wishbone and Tennessee's 8 turnovers were too much for Volunteers, as Crimson Tide quarterback Terry Davis completed only 3 of 5 passes, but 2 completions went to wide receiver David Bailey for touchdowns. Davis also ran for 6-yard touchdown, while halfback Johnny Musso had 115 yards rushing on 22 carries, led rushing attack that totaled 283 yards. Now, fullback Kurt Watson, who 1 week earlier had broken Beatty Feather's school career record for rushing mark, scored both Tennessee touchdowns. Win was first for the Tide over Volunteers since 1966. Number 12 Louisiana State beat Kentucky 17-13 as the Tigers looked like they had route going early, holding a 10-0 lead after 2 possessions on a 26-yard field goal by the kicker Jay Michelson and 1-yard touchdown run by tailback Chris Datton. Wildcats then began to fortify their defense by cracking the scoreboard late in the first quarter on fullback Arville Carroll's 1-yard touchdown run. The score remained 10-7 for LSU until fourth quarter when interception by Bengals safety Joe Winkler was converted into a 3-yard scoring run by quarterback Burt Jones for 17-7 lead. Kentucky cornerback Hef Woodcock returned favor with interception that set up a 36-yard touchdown run by wingback Doug Coulter. The Tigers defense made big play by stopping Wildcats' 2-point attempt and kept them in check rest of the game. Florida beat number 19 Florida State 17-15 as Florida gained measure of pride and amid dreadful season with this upset win over in-state rivals. Fans expected shootout between Gators quarterback John Reeves and Florida State quarterback Gary Huff, but Florida coach Doug Dickey opted for ball control with 54 rushing plays and 11 passes out of playbook. Dickey's strategy worked well as Gators built 17-7 lead, but big play came on court kickoff that followed tailback Mike Rich's opening touchdown run. So gave safety Jimmy Barr nabbed the mid-air fumble on kickoff and returned it 26 yards for 14-0 lead. So Huff led late Florida State rally with 6-yard touchdown pass to wide receiver Rhett Dawson, but ensuing Seminoles drive stalled short of field goal range. Notre Dame, number 17 in the country, beat North Carolina in the shutout, 16-0. Chicago Tribune subhead said it all. Toe not Hills. Sophomore kicker Bob Thomas tied 58-yard Notre Dame field goal record with 3, all in the first half for daunting 9-0 lead. The Tar Heels on their way to ACC title arrived in South Bend with 400 yards average on offense, but were held to measly 149 yards and only 4 first downs after first quarter, and the Irish defense raised its touchdown free scan to 14 quarters in a row. North Carolina threatened only once as Earl Bethea, made 20-yard catch to give North Carolina a first down at the Notre Dame 4-yard line. But 3 runs went nowhere, and the Irish defensive lineman like Mike Kaddish tipped away field goal try. Now Tom Gatewood became Notre Dame's receiving king with 139 career catches and added fourth quarter touchdown on 4-yard grab. Next, Oklahoma, the number 2 team in the country. In the battle of 2 top 10 teams, number 2 Oklahoma beat number 6 Colorado 45-17. Now Sooners swept through nightmarish 3-game stretch against Southern California, Texas, and Colorado in impressive fashion. Oklahoma's school record to date, 670 yards of offense, including 172 through the air, overwhelmed defense of number 6 Buffaloes. Halfback Greg Pruitt had 193 yards rushing on 14 carries and 2 touchdowns. Proved to be tough to stop, while quarterback Jack Mildren fired touchdown passes of 54 yards to wide receiver John Harrison and 68 yards to wingback Joe Wiley. Now, displaying feast of famine approach to things, Sooners scored 3 touchdowns and kicked field goal on 7 first half possessions, but also lost 3 fumbles. Quarterback Kid Johnson threw for 41 yards, but could not pull Colorado within rally range of number 2 Oklahoma's dynamic scoring machine. Next, Arkansas, the number 16 team in the country, beat number 10 Texas 31-7. 1 week after Oklahoma ran over Texas defense, Arkansas went to air with surprisingly similar results. As Razorbacks quarterback Joe Ferguson, who had 249 yards passing, 14 of 24, 3 touchdowns, wide receiver Mike Repon had 171 yards receiving and a touchdown on 8 catches. Starred as Hogs snapped Texas' 21-game conference winning streak. The Ferguson ran and scored from 10 yards out, while tight end Bobby Nichols caught 2 of his touchdown passes. Now, Arkansas' 451 yards was 30-year high for any Texas opponent. But Texas managed only 7-0 lead on halfback Jim Burleson 1-yard touchdown run, which was set up by a 56-yard punt return by wide receiver Dean Campbell. Hogs cut off up middle and pitch out options. So Texas banged up quarterbacks were forced in vain to try to beat Porter's quick defense. And finally, Oregon State defeated and upset number 11 Arizona State 24-18 in Portland. Although Arizona State was fast becoming breeding ground for NFL caliber skill position athletes, Devils' lack of wide bodies cost them their 21-game winning streak. Oregon State fullback Dave Schilling hammered 47 times at middle of the Arizona State defense and gained 157 yards in the process, and all 3 Beavers touchdowns. Schilling became school's all-time leading rusher in process with a total of 2,352 yards in his career. Win was the 5th straight for the Beavers over Sun Devils, whose highlight was 73-yard scoring bomb from quarterback Grady Hurst to wide receiver Steve Holden that gained 10-10 tie in the 3rd quarter. So that concludes a look at week number 6 for October 16, 1971, the week that was college football history review, the 1971 college football season. Let's look at the AP poll as of October the 18th. Let's look into it. Number 1 was Nebraska. Number 2 was Oklahoma. Number 3, Michigan. Number 4, Alabama. Number 5, Auburn. Number 6, Notre Dame. Number 7 was Penn State. Number 8, Georgia. Number 9, Arkansas. Number 10 was Stanford. The rest of the top 20 rounded out as this. Number 11, Colorado. Number 12, Ohio State. Number 13, Louisiana State. And the number 14 spot was a tie between Arizona State and Toledo. Number 16 was Texas. 17, Purdue. 18, Tennessee. 19, Duke. And number 20, Air Force. So that concludes a look at the week that was college football history review, the 1971 college football season, week 6 of the games that were played on October 16th, 1971. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I'll do a video of this magnitude on Thursday. I think I'm going to do a video of this magnitude tomorrow. It'll be on Thursday. Until then, talk to you soon.